Hello everyone on Facebook Live. My name is Kyle Fisher. I'm the Director of Performance Improvement for Collaborative Change in Indianapolis, Indiana, and this is One Word. Now, what is one word? Okay, this is what we're going to be doing. On One Word, we're going to take a common word that affects human performance. We're going to examine the word and see if we can make it work for you instead of against you. Trust me, the next 5 or 7 minutes, this is going to make sense. So, the first thing that we're going to do is draw the word out of the hat. Okay, Facebook fans, your first word, criticism. Now, criticism is a word that often has very negative connotations, and in my experience, it leads to the inability of people to deal with things in a positive way, and often it leads to negative emotions, relations, or occupational performance. Now, so the question is, should criticism really have a negative impact on our lives, or is it something that we can really learn how to deal with? So for that, we're going to get a little help from our buddy Daniel Webster, the dictionary guy, so we can all be on the same page as far as what criticism really means. Okay, so I'm going to read this from Daniel, and he said this: criticism is the expression of disapproval of someone or something based on perceived faults or mistakes. Let me repeat that one more time. Criticism, the expression of disapproval of someone or something based on perceived faults or mistakes. Let's underline the word perceived. So the criticism's just a perception. We don't even know whether it's true or not. But a lot of times people take it as fact. So some of the negativity that you may have in your life may not even be true. Also, who's the person that's criticizing you? Is it a boss? Is it a spouse? Is it somebody who's really important that their opinion matters? Or is it somebody on social media? Is it somebody in a grocery store line? Is it somebody that you don't really know? Another thing that we want to ask is criticism something that you can really avoid? Okay. So we're going to tell a story to kind of put all this stuff together. So if I described a person who had graduated from Vanderbilt University, was in the top 25 in the world at what they do, and this is not opinion, this is fact, and last year made $18.1 million, what would you say? Well, Vanderbilt puts you probably in the top 3% of people in the United States. It's one of the top 25 to 30 schools in this country. You can look it up. It's true. $18.1 million, no need for any type of explanation on that. And top 25 in the world, I don't know about you. I don't know whether I know anybody in the top 25 in the world at what they do. Now, would you say that that person gets any criticism at all? It's hard to say just with this that somebody would get criticism at all. But when I tell you that the person that I described is Chicago Bears quarterback Jay Cutler, any of you that are football fans just left the Facebook Live and went to barf because you know, Cutler, really? For a time was probably the most hated man in the city of Chicago, third largest city in the United States. People couldn't stand him. And if you think I'm joking, Google up Jay Cutler and criticism. 198,000 results. 198,000 for a guy that's graduated from Vanderbilt. Statistically speaking, you can go on ESPN, Sports Illustrated, Fox, whatever. The numbers say he's a top 15 to 20 NFL quarterback in the world. Okay? Nobody that's criticizing Jay Cutler is in the top 15 or 20% in the world at what they do. They're not. Most of them, could they go to Vanderbilt? No. And are they making $18.1 million? Not a chance. So what's the point of the story? The point of the story is very simple. Criticism is a part of life. no matter who you are, no matter how good you get at anything, you're going to get criticized. So you're going to have to learn how to deal with it. So what do we do here at the Performance Improvement Team? We're going to help people learn to deal with criticism, because really there's two types of criticism. There's the constructive criticism that's either true, that you need to get more education or get better or obtain a skill, or it's somebody that's really important in your life, like your boss. So even if they're kind of mean to you, you know what? It's probably a good idea that you do what they say. Or there's the criticism that is absolute garbage, that people say online, that you read in a magazine. I know a lot of people get really upset when people call them fat, or that, really struggle with the number of children that they have. That's one of the big things that my wife really struggles with. She gets criticized because we have one child. And so she gets bombarded by all these people that don't know her and don't know her situation. But it's one of those things that really bothers her. So what we're going to do is really teach you how not to let that bother you. Either to get better with your skills, with criticism that is constructive, or not to let things bother you when it's not really helpful. So in the coming weeks, we're going to be adding links to our website on this topic and many more. So you can check us out on our website at www.collaborative-change.com. That's a little hard to say, so let me try it again. www.collaborative-change.com, or you can like us on Facebook. Well, that's all for episode 1 of One Word. And remember, with all of you, plus a little bit of me, we're going to make the world perform even better. We'll see you next time. Thanks.